So we're going on.
Okay.
Prepare.
Prepare. Brace.
Right. I was going to do a nice and relaxed yoga, but there you go. So it's about 10:10 now. I should get an alarm. It's about 1:45. That's be halfway through more or less. So we'll start seated. Joe, you okay to start seated? Yeah, okay. So if you want to find a little block or support under the sit bones, whether it's a rolled up blanket or a meditation cushion or a block. And I'm just going to start, in fact, scrap that, we'll start in child pose, because that'll be a nice stretch to Joe's back. If we start in child pose, sorry about that. Maybe knees together if that feels okay. You can always use a bolster under the body if you need. And it can be a nice rounded, if it feels okay on the body, you can just have a nice traditional balasana as a head resting on something and the arms by the side of the body. If it feels like you can't breathe because the body's on top of the thighs and the spine's rounded, then you could have the knees wider and then you have a nice long straight spine. You could do a variation of both. So I'm just going to try and find my hair bubble. Sorry. So just take a few breaths in and out and just let the spine relax and release in a nice supportive way. So feel the tail of the spine tucking under and breathe in the base of the spine. Breathing into the tail of the spine and feel that warm grounding energy of base chakra. And let that spread out through the glutes. And if the arms right side of the body, let the shoulders roll away and just let them relax. So just maybe slowing, lengthening the breath. And you might find after a few breaths, the body might want to change. The arms may want to come forward. We can maybe walk the fingers further forward just to stretch the spine, let the shoulders roll away. We can let the elbows relax, the hands relax. Inhaling and exhaling. And just to come into a really gentle twist, just lift the head up, bring the arms forward if they're still back, and slide the right hand underneath the left arm, and then let it slide really far away so the shoulder relaxes, and then we can turn, let the head release onto the earth. Maybe engaging the left fingers, maybe lift the palm of the left hand, lift the wrist and the elbow, maybe walk the hands further forward. Just stretch out the side body a little bit. And then inhale, lifting up, bring your right hand forward and slide the left hand underneath. And slide it right underneath the body until the shoulder relaxes down, the head turns towards that hand, and then again, maybe let the right hand flatten and the arm relax, or maybe keep the palm lifted, keep the wrist lifted. Inhaling back to center, Walk the hands quite far forward. Ground the palms of the hands and lift the fingers nice and wide, and then release the fingers down to the earth. So nice long spread fingers wide, and then lift onto the knees. And then just rock the hips forward, bend the elbows to the body. Always drawing in. Exhale, pushing back. Big toes still can be touching. Just inhale, lifting round the spine up. And exhale, hips down, bend the elbows into the body. Maybe gaze up to the sky, roll the shoulders back. You need padding under the knees. Just be padding under the knees. Just in your own time, very gently, slowly, rocking forward and backwards. So when we round up, just feel all the spine round like a long cat stretch, and then bend the elbows to the body. Just really relaxing the ears. And then pushing back. Nice and slow. Tucking the toes. And as you come forward the next time, you round the spine up and drop the hips forward. Pause there, lift the knees into plank pose. Shoulders roll back, tummy rolls back. If you want to, we lift the bottom into down dog. And then we can move forward to plank. Slowly moving with the breath. Inhale forward, exhale, push the bottom back, down facing dog. If you want to add on a little something, you come to plank, bend the elbows to the body, rock forward on the toes, and just release down a little bit, and then push back and roll back, downward facing dog. Inhale into plank, rock forward on the toes, bend the elbows into the body, and then push back. Nice and slow. Pausing down dog for a moment, just let the head relax, side to side, forward and backwards. Then drop the knees down to the earth and slide the left hand under the right arm to stretch the shoulder out. And then we can find the fingertips of this right arm to the ground. And we can stay with the knees on the ground, or we can lift the right leg. Maybe bring the right arm behind the back, just balancing here. You want to let a lightness to the toes. Just want to let the leg slightly float a little bit from the ground. So really draw the tummy in, feel the energy in this rounding arm and shoulder, the hand, and the knee and the foot, tummy drawing in. Maybe bend the knee. Maybe bring the foot into the hand. Little stretch on the side, push the foot into the hand, just a little bit higher maybe. Make sure our back feels okay. Don't take the knee too high if there's any pinching on the back. And then release. And then change sides. So coming up, you want a cat curl in the centre, just to check out the back. We just cat curl or move the body, just make sure it feels healthy and well. And then come through, right arm underneath the left, sliding right through. And then either keep the left knee on the ground or lifting it. The left hand is on the ground, or I can come around the back body. And we can lift that left leg in line. Want to bend the knee, we can. Maybe have the hand ready and push the foot into the hand. And then release the knee down and come back to cat curling. We can just have like a low cat where we have our hands and knees. Or we can tuck the toes and have that moving into downward facing dog as we exhale. And then the knees come down and the chin comes up as we inhale. So either low cat and cow or lifting to down dog and cat. Or cat and down dog and cow. So exhaling down dog. Inhaling knees down, head up, cow. Exhale, shoulders rolling back. So either staying cat and cow, just curling on the knees on the ground, or taking a little bit higher. Just tuning in what the body needs. It might feel better just to stay with the knees on the ground. Nice long breath, nice slow movements. And we're going to warm into the hips. So either from cat, knees on the ground, knees together, and lift the right leg. Just start with the left knee. Always start with the right. So let's start with the left today. Maybe the left knee circles forward and backwards. If you want to pop into downward facing dog and do that from there, please do. Maybe holding the leg out and pause. And if it feels a good idea, opposite arm comes forward. Tummy drawing in, push the palm away, push the sole foot away, lengthening the body, lift the ears from the shoulders, tummy's drawing in. Exhale, knee and elbow together, round the spine. Inhale, lengthen. If you'd rather just hold out and stay balanced, please do. And then lengthen. Make sure you've got the left hand under the left shoulder, find that balance. Maybe bend the left knee, maybe bring the right hand around the back and push the left foot into the right hand, lifting up into a balance, a cross stretch. Just feel the shoulder blades rolling down the back and feel the ears lengthening away. And then release the arms and hands, and we'll change sides. Taking that right knee, circling, figure of 8, juicing up the hip, forward and backwards. Then maybe pause and lengthen the left arm and let the right leg lengthen. So pushing the sole of the foot away, push the palm of the hand away, tummy's drawing in, lift the ears from the shoulders. Fingers on the right hand nice and spread wide, distribute the weight. Either stay here or exhale, knee and elbow together. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, lengthen, squeezing in. Lengthen, pause, bend the back knee. Maybe bring the hand around the back and push the foot in the hand. Lift the ears from the shoulders, shoulders rolling back, heart coming forward, knee lifting, breathing. Then release and lengthen, and ground the hands, step the right foot forward, and step the left foot forward, dangling. So again, either stay nice and low, or bend the elbows and let the head stay lifted. If our sinuses, our hay fever's too drippy, then we can stay here with the head lifted in line with the hips. I think there's a good idea, just can drop the hips down, or drop the head down on the hips. And we can move from side to side. Feet can be hip distance apart, or come a little bit closer, or a little bit wider. Let the spine release down. So we can inhale halfway, exhale, rounding down with the breath, breathing out. Inhale, lifting, exhale, rounding down. Just make sure the toes are facing forward. So that second big toe, we want it facing forward. Lift the toes, spread the toes nice and wide. Exhaling down. Pausing in our half forward fold. Hands can slide on the legs, on the lower legs or the upper legs. What the shoulders rolling back. Pausing here. Inhaling and exhaling. And rounding up, bend the knees, round the spine up. And bring the feet near the front of the mat. Pause in mountain. Just open the heart. Shoulders rolling back, inhaling and exhaling. Feel the ground connected to the feet. Inhale, raise the arms to the sky and open the heart. A little bit of a back bend. If the back isn't so good, we can stay nice and straight. Only open the heart if it feels good. Relax the shoulders back. So feel the breastbone lifting, shoulders coming together, gaze to the sky. Palms coming together. Bring the hands down to the heart, push the bottom out, bend the knees into chair pose. Either keep the hands at the heart center or release the hands by the ears, drop the bottom down a little bit, shoulders roll back. So just checking the knees are over the ankles, not coming in. We'll keep that space between the knees. Or the feet can come together and we can just spread the toes nice and wide and use the knees, the calves, pushing together, the thighs, pushing together, lift the arms by the ears. And then release the hands behind the back. Lift, straighten the legs and keep the head lifted. Just lift the arms up, or the head can release down. Shoulders roll away from the ears. Make sure the shoulders aren't just sinking down to the ears. Keep them lifted from the ears. Lengthen the arms, let them come further over the head. And then bend the knees, release the arms back by the ears into chair. Exhaling back, drop fingers. Inhale forward, release the hands, chair. Exhaling back. And lengthen, pause here. Just change the cross of the fingers. Again, head can stay lifted. Then release the hands forward into chair once more. Bring the hands together, right elbow to the left knee. Make sure the knees stay forward. Tendency is let one knee roll to one side. And see if you can find a lightness to the right toes, take them slightly back. Still got the thighs and the knees stuck together. And if the knees are separate, make sure the knee stays over the ankle. See if you can find a little balance. Just come onto that left foot, lift the right leg. Knees squeeze together, thighs squeeze together. Then step the right foot back, drop the knee down and turn into a twist. We can keep the knee lifted or we can lift it up. So just see if we can keep it, have the knee lifted. If you don't want to, it's fine. But the front knee still over the ankle. And bring the hands forward into that lunge and straighten the front leg. If you've got blocks, you can put blocks underneath these hands. Just to bring up the earth. Inhaling and exhaling. Then step the back foot forward and come back into our forward fold. Either head lifted, feet wide, elbows on the knees. Stay there or release the head down. Inhaling and exhaling. Just staying half forward fold if it feels better. If we've got blocks, we can use blocks under the hands. It's that nice straight spine. We can see we can find a release in this pose. And then feet coming together. We're going to find our chair pose, drop the bottom down, lift the arms up to the sky. Exhaling back. Lift up the fingers the opposite way. Squeeze the arms up to the sky. Inhaling up. Exhaling back. So we have to keep the head halfway. If there's any problem with our sinuses, or drop the head down. Bending and coming through. Palms together, left elbow to the right knee, and then stepping, just bring a lightness to the left toe, squeeze the knees together maybe. Maybe lift the back toes. And step that left foot back, drop the knee into a twist. And we can keep the knee on the ground, or we could tuck the toes and lift the back knee. Inhaling and exhaling. Oops, more wobbly. And release the hands down and step back into down dog. Keep the head lifted if you need to. Rock forward to plank, halfway down. Just moving between down dog, chaturanga, dandasana. Want to add a level on here, we can lift one leg. Changing legs. And then come back. And knees down. So we come to child pose. We want to stay lifted. You just stay lifted in a nice comfortable seated place. So we're going to sit on the calves and the heels or between. So just find what feels good for you. And just rest here. Take a little drink if you need. Take a little rest. Inhaling and exhaling. Noticing the heart beating and the blood pulsing around the whole body. If we're in our child, maybe come into a little that twisted child. Just bring the hands forward and slide the right hand on the left arm. And if we're seated, just turn to the left. Nice long spine if we're sitting. Just twisting the body, wringing out anything we don't need. Any stagnant energy we've just moved around the body, let it be released out. As you breathe out through the nose or the mouth, like a grey smoke. Inhale to center, change sides. We want to come into a cat curl. We're in our child. We're going to come into a cat curl just to check everything feels okay, release any tightness we can do. And then just find a twist to the other side. Then bring the hands forward, back into our cat curl. Legs bend nice and wide. So if you want to move through a down dog and a cow, then just make sure you just put the bottom down and walk the fingers far forward. You've got that nice long length in the arms, and then rock up and rock forward. Bend the elbows to the body, up the toes, push the bottom back, and then lift the knees, down dog. Inhaling forward, knees down, cow, exhaling, down dog. Inhaling, knees down, head up. Open the lungs, open the heart, exhaling back. The feet can be hips apart, or we have to feel a bit closer. That feels a good idea. And if we want to stay lifted in this moving forward and backwards, can be down dog to plank, halfway down, push back, down dog. Now we're going to step forward into our lunge. So bending the left knee, so the left foot forward, leading with the left side off feminine side today. Knee over the ankle, back foot slightly coming in and lifting up and opening into warrior two. Virabhadrasana 2. We want to just check the legs. So they say traditionally that that front heel, if you drew a line from the back front heel to the back foot, it would come near the arch of the foot, but it all depends how it feels for you. I want to make sure we feel steady and sturdy. This front knee is bent over the ankle. Just open the heart. Shoulders relax down the back, gaze to our front fingers. And we can just move into the pose. Feel away as we inhale, lift. Exhaling down. So as we move with the breath, inhaling up. As we exhale down, make sure not just with holding our back wrist, bringing it back. We're not leaning forward. The tendency is to lean forward. I want to stay nice and still. So as maximum drawing our wrist back. Inhale, lifting. Exhaling down. Inhale, lifting. Let the toes nice and wide. Lift the balls of the feet. Let the toes come nice and wide and release down. And we're going to pause here. If you want to keep moving, please do. We feel a bit tight in the chest with our hay fever today. Feel a bit tired. Then the hands can be on the hips. We don't have to have the arms lifted if it causes any tightness in the lung area, the respiratory area. Breathing here. So again, check with the feet. Spread the toes nice and wide. Feel the edge of the feet ground into the back edge of the foot, the front edge of the foot. Lift with the arch of the body. So we feel as we lift the arches, our base band and our base of our body lifts. Feel the edge of your spine rise through the crown. Back hand to the back side, front arm to the sky. Into our sun warrior. Let the back shoulder relax. Nice straight leg at the back. Make sure it's a nice active straight leg. Front knee still bent over the ankle. So if we gaze that front knee, we can see the big toe as it's coming to the little toe. Breathing here. Inhaling and exhaling. Lift both arms to the sky. Turn forward. Bring the hands behind the back. Inflate the fingers. Roll. In fact, inflate the fingers the opposite way to what we normally do. And then bring the heart forward into our humble warrior. Bowing down to our day. Lift the arms. So if you've got it available, the body's on the inside of the leg. I'm using my shoulder on my leg for support, that's what I need. And then release the hands forward, find our blocks if we're using blocks, and come to stand on that left leg. I'm going to come into warrior one. If you want to keep the back toes down, you can do. You've got support, so you feel lightness to the fingers, to the blocks. That lifted leg is in line with the hip. Little bend, a micro bend in that standing leg. The shoulders roll down the back. And if you've got it available, bring one hand to the heart, the other hand to the heart. Oops. Inhaling, exhaling. Hands can stay at the heart, or we can lengthen the arms forward. And again, the hands can be apart, or we can bring the hands together, like in a lightning rod. Interlocking the fingers. Oops. Don't watch me. Found a nice still point, which is not me. Then drop the back foot and open back to Virabhadrasana 2. The back foot down, arm back to shoulder height, or hands to the hips. Front knee bent. Breathing here. Feel that balance of energy in the pose. Virabhadrasana, warrior. It's all about our arms, our swords, coming into the world in positivity, in loving kindness, for love. Coming into the day with a positive attitude, filling our day with positive things, in control. Forearm onto the side, back arm around the back, and then just take the gaze to the sky. Back hand can stay around the back, or the ear hand can pass the ear. Nice straight leg at the back. In our side angle pose. So we can stay with the elbow on the leg, or the next level is bring the arm around the back, drop that hand down, take the shoulder back again, and then either stay here or thread through and bind. Breathing wherever we are, nice slow breath. Then release the hands forward, back onto our blocks, face forward. I'm going to bring the other leg forward, swapping legs. I'm going to come into that lunge here, just for a moment. Knee ankle over the ankle, back leg long. And then lifting up and opening up to the side into Virabhadrasana Warrior 1. Make sure that front knee's over the ankle. We can move into the pose, so feel inhale, lift, exhale, sinking down. Inhale, lifting, releasing, pausing. Again, hands can be on the hips, or they can be in line with the shoulders. Bring the hands behind the back, turn towards the front leg, lift the arms up, just make sure the fingers interact the opposite way. And then come down to humble warrior. Bowing down to our day. Filling up with all things we're going to do. Then release the hands onto our supports. Turn forward and stand on that right leg. Lifting the back leg in line with the hips. Maybe fingertips onto our blocks. A micro bend maybe into that standing leg. Maybe bring one hand to the heart. Maybe both hands to the heart. And here it's all about being in a journey. So coming in and out if we need, realigning, rebalancing. As the shoulders roll from the ears. Hands can be at heart center, or the hands can come forward. Locking the fingers, steeple pose. Then drop the hands down, round the back foot. I'm going to come into Warrior 2 once more. Bend the front knee. Pausing here. Hands can be on hips if we need. Inhaling, exhaling. Back hand to the back thigh, front arm to the sky into Sun Warrior. Soften the back shoulder. And then forearm onto the side, back arm around the back. Open the heart, gaze to the sky. Maybe bring the hand past the ear. Stay here, or bring your arm around the back and drop the hand down. And slide that foot. And stay there, or thread through, holding the hands, and then take that shoulder back again. Just gaze to the sky, open the heart, not closing down. Make sure that top shoulder's back, not down. Then release the hands down, step back into plank. Drop knees down, push the bottom back. We're going to drop the chest down. And the chin. And slide all the way down onto our tummy and rest down. If it feels better to be seated for our sinuses, just take a place where we can just rest for a moment and just feel what it feels like in our body. All that energy swirling around, all that energy vibrating, inhaling and exhaling. I'm going to push up onto the Sphinx pose, onto our forearms, just to come into a gentle back bend. Connecting with our kidney energy. If it feels nicer, we can get the legs nice and wide. Turn the hands out, maybe hold on to the edges of our mat and lift the elbows into a much stronger back bend, into seal pose. So toes turning out. Legs and bottom nice and relaxed. And shoulders relax down, ears lifting up. Heart coming forward. Releasing the elbows, slide the arms forward like into a Superman. Bend the knees and just wind stream out the legs gently, gently from side to side. And bring the knees together, let the left leg release and bring the right foot into the body. Just drawing it in. If you can't hold the foot, we can use a belt around the foot or the lower leg, just so we feel stretch on the thigh. If it doesn't feel good on our knee, then maybe just bend the knee or just relax it down. Don't worry about it. So just work with what you have. Don't worry if this right knee is not so good. Just bend in the knee a little bit, maybe just feel stretch on the thigh. And if you're here and the foot is on the bottom and your elbow's coming in, shoulders coming in, you don't feel anything, maybe just lift the knee. So just feel a stretch. We tuck the hips under and we lift the knee so it stretches the thigh. And then release and change sides. And this side may be different, so just go into it with an open mind, exploring what it feels like. And then if you don't feel a stretch, again, lift the knee, tuck the hips underneath, and then lift the knee to find that stretch. We can alternate feet, we can alternate that, or bring both hands to the lower ankles, flex the feet and push knees away, lift the body, lift the chest, lift the head. And just make a little roll the body from side to side, and forward and backwards. If you've got that available to you, otherwise just still and just for a stretch of the thighs. Maybe let the head come down, the knees come down, and let the feet come to the side of the body. And then release the legs, hands back to the earth, push back into child pose, so any variation of child. But when we come back at first, the tail, lengthen the spine, just feel a nice stretch. And then if you want to bring the legs together, we can do, or wider. But just find whatever feels good for you here. Big long inhale and bigger long exhale. And then slowly walk the hands up. Just stack the spine, take the weight onto one side, bring the legs forward. We're going to come into a seated forward fold. You want to put any blocks underneath the bottom or cushions to support the hips, support the spine, and find that forward tilt in the pelvic area. Now just always making this your practice. So you have a nice curly spine. Put the knees, support the body. You want to go to a straight forward stretchy sensation in the back of the leg, so you have the leg straight. Right, otherwise hugging the thighs into the body maybe. If you've got a bolster handy, you can always use a bolster. Just hug into the body. It feels okay if you hug the legs, let the legs ease away a little tiny bit. Keeping the body connected to the thighs. And then maybe release the arms. If you want to be a bit stronger, then the feet can flex, we can push the feet away. But see if you get the body connected to the thighs. You feel a stretch on the back of the thighs and a stretch on the back. Just let everything soften down, down, down. And we're going to stack the spine slowly, walking the hands back up. And we're going to bring the left knee in, left knee in. Let the left knee come out to the side. And we're going to sole the foot on the inside of the thigh. Right knee and right toes face the sky. So this is that pose that I can't pronounce. Janushasana. I can't say it, I don't know how you say it. But it's going to be a forward fold over this leg. So again, we can start with a bent knee. We can put a bolster or some blocks under the knee, and we can just stay here. We can make a little nest for our hands and arms for the head to rest in. And we can stay here. Or we can release the hands and straighten the legs. It all depends how the body's feeling today and what way we want to be in the pose. Want to be in a nice relaxed way, then just stay with the knee really bent and the arms. Make a little nest for the head. Don't worry about how we come into the pose, it's what it feels like for you. Just see if we can just relax and see if we can release any tightness away into the pose. Use the breath to dig down, deep down, sinking in each breath out. Feel good to slightly lift up, re-lengthen and drop in. Please do. And let everything go. Everything release. Then ground the hands, walk the hands back, slowly restack the bones of the spine. And just pause with our eyes closed, seated, hands outside the body, just not rushing anywhere, just feel what it feels like as we release out. Soften the leg, soften the foot. Breathe in, breathe out. And exhale, drop the chin down, open the eyes, bring this left knee to the sky, going to ground the left foot. Make sure we've got a little space between the foot and the leg. Make sure the right knee and toes are facing the sky. Lengthen this left arm forward, reaching it forward. Turn the palm away and bring the arm. Stay on the inside of the leg and bend the elbow. If you've got a belt, you can use a belt to hold on to, or the hands, and then come forward again. Keeping that foot connected to the earth. Make sure it's not rolling over. And then slowly push that leg to the earth, lifting up. I'm going to turn into a twist. Release the hands, bend the left elbow, push the left knee and the left elbow into the arm and turn and twist, revolving round. The tummy, the chest, the shoulders, the head, and the eyes are the furthest corner of the eye sockets. And again, we can stay here or we can bind here. Again, bring the hands around the back and then re-lengthen. Release the hands, turn forward, release the legs forward, hands behind the thighs once more, hips that hug the thighs in. And either stay here, make a nest with our arms, and stay here, or let the legs slide away, stretching out. And then we can release the hands forward on the ground, the legs or the feet. And slowly round the spine up, bring that right knee in, round that right foot. I'm going to turn and bring the right arm inside the leg, lengthen the arm forward, turn the palm away, hand around the back body, lengthen forward. Just making sure the foot stays grounded. Use our belt if your hands don't connect. Release the hands. I'm going to come into a twist, bend the elbow. And bring the left arm behind, right elbow, pushing inside the right knee, turn and twist. Stay here, or if we want to bind, just reach that right arm forward around the back body. We can hold a belt in both hands or hold the hands and turn and twist. Pulling everything down. Release the hands. Face forward. Let that knee flop out to the side. You'll sole the foot on the side of the left leg. And then either bend the knee and come in with the arms around the back body, or we can stay here, resting, or slide the leg forward, crossing the hands maybe, just to find a nice straight spine. So very slowly find your way and not forcing the back knee down, just kindness to the knee. Breathing in, breathing out. Slowly round up the spine, hands behind the back. Just make sure you lengthen that right leg, make sure it feels okay. Then we're going to bring both feet together in a nice diamond shape. Again, just check the sit bones, let the hips roll forward. Then we're going to either stay tall or round with the handles of the legs, hold the feet and just drop down. And put support into the head if we need. Just stay here. We're going to stretch more into the groin, just lift the body up, bring the feet closer, which brings the stretcher high up into the thighs and the groin. Then either stay nice and long with the hands around the feet, maybe like that, stay long. Otherwise, just lengthening forward, so not rounding, this one's lengthening. Let the elbows gently push against the knees. And slowly coming out. Hold the knees, draw the knees in, give yourselves a big hug. And then lengthen the legs forward a tiny bit. We'll come onto our backs. So bring any blankets we want with us. Just coming down. Taking our time as we come down. Put a pillow onto our head if we need. And as we come down, maybe just pause with the knees bent, so the spine readjusts to the earth. Feel supported with the earth. Hands on our tummy or ribs. Slow, long breath in. And slow, long breath out. I just want to do a side stretch. So let the hands come down, palms kissing the earth. Lift the hips up over to the right. And then lengthen the left leg to the left. And then let the right leg lengthen to the left also. And then lift the arms over the head, bend the elbows, and just shuffle, slide the shoulders over towards the left side. So we feel a stretch down the right side of the body. As the body relaxes, maybe just lift the right foot over the left ankle. Make sure that our right hip hasn't rolled up. So if it has rolled up, bring the foot back down. We won't want the hips lift, we want the hips to stay on the earth. Don't want them to lift up. So we feel stretch down the rib, down the hips, the outer hips, the outer glutes, the thigh. And settle here. Banana pose. Feel a nice stretch around the tummy area as well, maybe. Asana. And then slowly lift that foot off. And then come back to center. Bring the arms over, so we're not rushing to the other side. Let the body realign. Hands back in our tummy or our ribs. Breathe here. And then let the hips lift up over to the left. Let the right leg lengthen to the right, and then let the left leg slowly come over. We need to keep the left knee bent to keep the left hip on the ground, and let that stay there. Maybe cross it over the leg. So we still feel a stretch. Or keep it on the inside of the leg. Feels okay, lengthen the left leg. Now bring the arms over the head, hold onto the elbows, and slide the arms, the shoulders, the shoulder blades over towards the right side. So as the body eases over, the body, the legs to the right, the hips stay over to the left, and we feel a stretch down the side of the body. Breathe into that tightness, melted away. Stay there or cross the left ankle over the right ankle. But again, if it means the hips lifting, then just bring it back down. And slowly bend the left knee, bring that left foot to the earth. Then bend the right knee, bring that right foot to the earth, and slide the body back in line. Arms over, use the elbows to shuffle the shoulder blades. Bring the knees in, one at a time. As the knees stay over the hips, bring the weight, and just gently rock the arms long, rock and roll from side to side. And bend the elbows, bring the knees in, circle the knees, just a massage around the mid-back as well as the lower back. Nice and slow. Feel the earth, working with the body to just massage, kind way. Easing out any tightness. Change direction when it feels nice to change direction. And then knees to centre, arms to shoulder height. It's going to come into a twist. So deciding your twist, either let the knees just roll down. If it's better for our back, the feet can be nice and wide, wider than the mat, and the knees just relax down. You've got an extra twist, onto that. The left foot can rest onto the right side, so draw that down. Or we can just slide the knees to the side, crossing the legs into our rooted twist. Again, we can use support underneath our leg if we need. As the head move in the other direction, use the elbows to make room for the shoulder blades on the earth. Final release. Anything we don't need, anything's niggling us, frustrating us, annoying us. It's the final wringing out of that, all the used energy in our body, just letting it all go. What we don't need, breathe it away like a grey smoke. Breathe in, bring in that light energy, pure, loving light energy. We're ready to change, just bring the knees up, unravel, realign. And either have the knees nice, feet nice and wide, knees nice and wide, falling to the right, head to the left. And again, we can bring the right foot on top of the left thigh for an extra oomph in this twist. Or we can cross the legs into our twisted root and bring the knees to the right. Use the elbows to make room for the shoulder blades to the earth. Twisting out anything on this side, our feminine side, or emotional side. Anything, any blockages in our creativity, any niggles, just breathe it away. Just let it go. Bring light energy and pure light energy into the body. And you're ready to unravel, just slowly unravel the feet, the legs, the knees, the body. Come back to neutral. And then we're going to move into relaxation. So we can put something under our head, we can put a blanket over us. If we want to bring the knees in and just rock and roll, just a massage into the back. We want to have the legs on a stool or a chair so the spine can relax, or build a little tower out of blankets and cushions, we can do. If the back is okay, we can just let the legs slide away down to the earth. Maybe wider than the mat, just so the hips open, the knees flop to the side, the feet flop to the side. Hands can be anywhere, they can rest on the body, they can rest on the ground. Big long breath in, big long breath out. Let the whole body rest down. Down, down, down to the earth. Make any adjustments in the body. Just feel everything softening. Feel everything releasing. Moving into stillness. Deciding either to tune out of my voice at this point or tuning in. Taking awareness to our left foot, sole of our left foot. And think to yourself, my left foot is warm and heavy. My left foot is warm and heavy. Bringing awareness to the lower left leg, to the ankle, the calf and the shin. And thinking my lower left leg is warm and heavy. My lower left leg is warm and heavy. My left knee is warm and heavy. My left knee is warm and heavy. My left thigh is warm and heavy. My left thigh is warm and heavy. The whole of my left leg is warm and heavy. And then taking awareness over to the right foot. My right foot is warm and heavy. My right foot is warm and heavy. Taking awareness to the ankle, the shin and the calf. My right leg, lower leg is warm and heavy. My right lower leg is warm and heavy. My right knee is warm and heavy. My right knee is warm and heavy. My whole right leg is warm and heavy. My hips are warm and heavy. My hips are warm and heavy. My lower abdomen is warm and heavy. My lower abdomen is warm and heavy. My pelvic region is warm and heavy. My pelvic region is warm and heavy. My mid-stomach is warm and heavy. My mid-stomach is warm and heavy. My heartbeat is strong and regular. My heartbeat is strong and regular. My breathing is smooth and easy. My breathing is smooth and easy. My hands are warm and heavy. My hands are warm and heavy. My forearms are warm and heavy. My forearms are warm and heavy. My elbows are warm and heavy. My elbows are warm and heavy. My upper arms are warm and heavy. My upper arms are warm and heavy. My shoulders and neck are warm and heavy. My shoulders and neck are warm and heavy. My jaw is relaxed and open. My jaw is relaxed and open. My forehead is cool. My forehead is cool. Letting the top of the head open and relax. And I bring the whole attention to the whole body as one. My whole body is warm and heavy. My whole body is warm and heavy, and I am totally relaxed. Totally relaxed. Totally relaxed. Either staying on your back longer or rolling onto the side into fetal position, just to spend a few minutes or longer. Namaste.